Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here with another video for Hero Arts. Today I'll be featuring some of the add-ons for the July My Monthly Hero Kit and some simple colored pencil coloring. So let's get started. First, I stamped the underwater pattern bold print stamp onto Adriatic cardstock with navy ink using my MISTI. I left the stamp on the lid of my MISTI and then started coloring the stamp with my Polychromos pencils. I kept the shading pretty basic, using 2 to 3 colors per image, but making sure to completely cover the Adriatic cardstock. Whenever I use pencils, I always keep a paper towel under my hand to make sure I don't transfer any oils to the paper, and I use a dry paintbrush to sweep away any colored pencil bits so they don't smear on my paper. I knew I wanted to heat emboss the pretty pattern on my cardstock, but it's tricky to color a detailed image when it's been heat embossed, so stamping the image in a regular ink and then heat embossing it after coloring ensures that the coloring will be crisp and smooth. I continued coloring the image and had a special helper join me a little later. Once I was done coloring, I placed the cardstock back in my MISTI and stamped it with Watermark and embossing ink before heat embossing it with brass embossing powder. Then I trimmed the panel down to 4 by 5 1/4. Next, I took an A2 panel of white cardstock and swiped embossing ink around the edges, and then heat embossed it with brass embossing powder to create a frame for my colored panel. I adhered my colored panel to the brass frame and then adhered that to a top folding card base. Off camera, I stamped a sentiment from Need a Hand onto Adriatic cardstock and heat embossed it with the same brass embossing powder. I trimmed it down to a thin label and then added adhesive to the back. Then I coiled metallic gold thread on the adhesive and added a layer of foam mounting tape on top of that. I like adding a little dimension between the thread and the bottom panel so that the thread has a little more room to move. Finally, I adhered the sentiment to the card and then finished it with a few gold sequins. And that's it! The July My Monthly Hero Kit and add-ons from Hero Arts are now available, and if you're interested in the kit, I wouldn't wait too long because I'm sure this gorgeous kit is going to sell out quickly. You can find more information on the products I used over on my blog, and there's a link in the YouTube description below. Don't forget to comment and hop along with us for a chance to win a $50 shopping spree to Hero Arts. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have a fantastic day and happy crafting. Bye!